Good everyone, you are welcome to my channel Mago Pixels. In today's tutorial, um, it's been a while. I am on this page. It's been a while. I posted quite some time. But yeah, without further much ado, I would love us to get straight into what we have for today, right? Yeah, thank you very much. So earlier today, I was going through my WhatsApp and all. Then I saw a friend of mine. He posted design for a brand. So I thought of it that why don't I work on this thing? Why don't I try and improve it in my own simple way? Why don't I try and improve it in my own simple way? So yeah, I did my research as always. As always, when you see a design or you are given a particular flyer, you go online, you see how this type of designs are done. You check and assess the design you have or the idea you have down. So I checked online, then I came across I noticed that okay, I'm also an engineering student as well. So I noticed that okay, we have this jumpsuits with the helmets, we have this bib. Then I had this idea of maybe possibly arranging those items into it is a wardrobe, right? A wardrobe. So I have this first one and this is the second one. So I have this first one and I have the second one there. This is also a type of like arrangement on the wall and all of that. Yeah, basically I had all the needed resources for my design. I will upload them in a drive and then put them in the description box. So yeah, I went online and I downloaded this as reference. I downloaded these designs as reference to try and see how I can come up with my own concepts, right? So I have this one, I have this one, and I think finally this one. Yeah. So I checked through how these designs are. I saw okay, this is how they do this kind of. I see footer for inspiration. I just basically went online then try and make my own research to gain inspiration, basically to gain inspiration. So without further much ado, let's head into our software, right? Beginning, we are going to be starting off by creating our file, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new file. Yeah, we'll be using the 1080 by 1350. That's the standard size for Instagram posts. You can use 2000 by 25 or whatever size, but I just love to start from somewhere reasonable. That is it. So I'm going to be going 1080 by 1350, and then my resolution will be set to 300 basically to make sure that whatever design I have as my output will be very very okay and will be very very good. So yeah, without further much ado, I leave it at this 8 bits. I leave other things. So yeah, let me get this artboard. Yes, because I love reason why I'm creating an artboard is not basically needed, but it just give me some kind of control over maybe I want to make a particular object to be centered aligned or maybe left aligned or something. So it gives me control over that, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and create that. Now that I have this, and I take a look at our flyer first, we have about um 3 to 4 details that we need to take note of. Firstly is this which is our brand's name. We have the brand guideline, we have the product, we have our footer, and then we have the product. So yeah, I'm just going to start from let's say my footer section. Yeah, I'm going to start from my footer section. So I will create a rectangle. Yeah, let me create a rectangle. The first code for rectangle is either U or you come to this place. Rectangle two. You can see it is U. So yeah, I'm going to create a rectangle here. This is my first one. I'm going to create a rectangle here. Then if you look at this now, because I'll be going over to that reference a lot of time to you guys what I basically want to do. So you look at this, if you look at the footer section of most flyer here, if you look at this part, you look at this footer section, this one, basically they just have that kind of vibe, that kind of this kind of rectangular stuff at the end of it. So I'm going to start from there, right? So yeah, so let me start from there. Yeah, so I have my first one here. Then let me say I will, yeah, let me give this so I can see what I'm actually doing. So yeah, I'm going to put this down here. Let's duplicate this and then create something like, let me remove the stroke and then let me give it a color. Let me give it this gray color, right? So yeah, since we have our footer that is I'm going to be using this as a reference. So you see this kind of thing. So I want to get that kind of effect. I want to get that kind of effect. And I do not really want to degrade from the flyer I'm seeing here. I don't want to degrade from that first flyer. We are just trying to improve it. So I'm going to just still continue with this. This has a left alignment. I have my images. So yeah, I'm just going to create this here. Let me yeah, let me leave it at the center like this. Let me at the center like this. Then firstly, let me write this tagline. Let me write this tagline so it makes my work faster. So I'm going to be using neural group text, or you can use what do you call it? You can use these other fonts, Poppins, Montserrat, or whatever font you have, but I'm using neural group text. So since that's our so I'm just going to do that here. Yeah, so safety first, safety always, right? If I get that right, safety first, safety always. So yeah, I'm just going to carry that. Let me put it at this bottom part. Let's in the color. By the way, I'm using a Photoshop 2024. Your interface might look a little bit different, but yeah, I just kind of love using updated software. So if you want to get your software, you can always visit our website like get into PC or 5cr.com or so. I will, if you need that, you can just comment website for apps, then you can get them there. So I'm going to increase the ken in here. So yeah, let's put this here. Then secondly is our phone number. So we are gonna get his phone number right. I'm going to give it 081 085 84 085 84 940 940. Yeah. So let me see if I'm getting it right. Yeah, 08480. So I'm going to change this to a bolder font. Then I'm going to reduce the spacing in between to about 30. I'm going to increase the size a bit. Now to get this phone icon we have here, I downloaded the fonts that can give me what I need for that particular section. So let me get it like this. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm just going to activate the glyph section here. Then I'm going to change this to icon social media 9. Yeah, this is the font here. So yeah, let's change this back to icon. Social media 9. Yeah. So I have my font. I'm just trying to use custom color for now. I would share some color codes after I'm done to let you know the color I'm actually using. So I'm gonna group this, center it, then reduce the kerning for this as well. Also reduce the kerning for this as well. So yeah, I have my footer section. So let me do it this way. Let's move this here. So I'm having this here, having this here, having this here, like this. These are custom made actually, so I'm just trying to create them myself. Yeah. So the next thing is our services. You look at this flyer, you notice that they have those kind of effect too. They also use, circular stuff, circular one for it, because I'm just trying to gain inspiration. Basically, it's not like I want to copy them. It's not like I want to copy them. I'm trying to gain inspiration. So I'm just carrying random details. So before that, let me add. I think I would love to use something like this that would depict order now. Order now. So I think I have the resources like that here, right? So I'm going to import this here. Then, sorry, let me increase this and bring it up here. So I'm just going to bring it up here. Then I'm going to put order. Then now, but since this order now. Oh, sorry, my bad. Order now. Order now. So I want it to fill up these spaces here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to use a long font for this now and a different font for this order. So first thing says I'm reducing this definitely. Then I'm going to do this one like this. Now, so I'm going to be using Go Bold or Beba Snow. I don't have Beba Snow, so I'm going to be using Go Bold. Using Go Bold. So I'm going to do something like this. So let's do it this way. So let me do it like this. Yeah, so I'm going to select these two. Let me group that, then so it makes my work easier. I love to group a lot, so don't mind me. So I'm going to increase the size of this. So yeah, let's group these three together. Let's group these three together. I'm coming here. Let's make it reasonable. So yeah, we have this. So I have this to depict this, right? So I think that's it. So yeah, I'm going to create a rectangle for my services, to share, to write the number of services. So I'm going to use you. I love this shortcut below. So I'm going to use you. And I'm drawing this like this. And I will do the second one like this. So let's make this like this. Let's do this. Same thing. I'm still going to duplicate this. I'm going to bring this up here. First thing says I don't want to change any details. So our safety product ranges. That's the same thing I'm using here. Our safe. Oh, sorry, my bad. Our safety product ranges. So let's do it like this. Sorry, my bad. Don't mind my spelling. I'm trying to beat the timing here because I don't want the video to be any longer than maybe 10 to 15 minutes of tutorial. So yeah, let's do it like this. Then I remove the stroke, right? So I have this one here. I can reduce the height difference to about, sorry, it's long. 3D. Yeah, let me put that 3 or 2. Don't mind the point here. I'm still going to, when I'm exporting my design, you would come to see how sharp the design is. But for now, just let's use that for now. So I have this two. I have this two like this. Or let me put we sell safety products like, yeah, let's we sell safety products like, yeah. So I think that works fine. That works fine than the other one. So let me do like this. Then let me decrease the sizing of this to about maybe 2 or 1.75. Let's put at 1.8. Right. So we do this and this together. So yeah, I'm just going to come here. Like I said before, leave my colors for now. Leave my colors for now. So we'll come back to that later on. So now I have safety boots, safety goggles, safety boots, safety goggles, helmet, safety gloves, safety gloves, safety socks, and many more. Many more. There's no need of essentials. So yeah, I'm just going to bring this one here. Put it like this. Okay. So let me increase this one here to about 6. Yeah. So let me change this back to a lighter version. Back to a lighter version. Then I change this to 4 because this is rectangle we are using. So let me give that rectangle this kind of roundness. So this is the rectangle we are using, and I think it does not need. I don't need to be like making it too big or something. It works fine like this. So I don't need to be making it too big, or so let's make it 3.5 or 3.75. So yeah, we'll group this together. So we have one group here, we have one group here, and we have one group here. So this is here. Let's make this to be here. Then put this around here, and then so now to create, because let me start from my background. So my background, I'm going to be creating something like a gradient. Yeah, a gradient. So let me use this so you can see what I'm actually doing. I want to create something like a gradient. So it should be like, so the color I'm trying to lean into should be something around this brown orange color, right? So let me see if I can get a color code for that. So firstly, I'm going to just try and create something like a lighter version of so let's do like this. Let's have this here. Then for the second one, okay. So this one is white. Same thing. So let me move it for white a little bit. Then change it to like brown or something. Brownish or something. So yeah, let me change this. Let me give this like this. We are still going to add some stuff to the background. So I just want us to, so let me bend it a bit like this. Yeah, we have that. So we are just going to bring that to the back. You use Control Shift. Okay, let's just bring it here like this. So I have my first part. Then the second part is I would love to like, because because the idea I'm trying to get is, if I'm going to put this, I'm going to use this. And since I think I should lean against using this beep, and then one of these wardrobes, right? So let's draw a shape. Let's draw a shape, right? Let's draw a shape. You go on your pen tool, you do like this. Don't mind my shape, it might look irregular, but yeah, it will later come in handy. Yeah, shape that. Then we give it a right. So let's mix in that ingredient. Let's remove that. So yeah, let's move it. So yeah, since I have used a lighter version of my background, so I would love to use a darker brown or something around it. So let's change the whole white and gray color to something like a brown color. So I'm carrying it here, putting it here one. Then the other one will be also brown, but maybe something like a lighter brown or something. Yeah, this I think this works fine. This works fine. I would I'll just you can just all this color the color code. You can pause the video to get the color code or something. So yeah, I have this. Then I'm going to move this as well to the back like this. Or wait, let me see if I can flip this. Ah no, that doesn't work fine. So let's do it like this. Yeah, let me do something like this. Let me do something like this. No, yeah. I think the other way around works. The other way around works. So I'm trying to move it up a bit. Let's bring this down a bit. So yeah. So this works fine. Yes. This works fine. This works fine. This works fine. So let's increase the size of this. This is the main thing uh marketing in actually advertising, yeah, in the brand. So I have that. So let me bring in my. So I'm going to be using these two. I'm going to be using this wardrobe and this bib, right? So firstly, I'm gonna move this wardrobe to the back. I'm going to move it to the back like this. Then let's hide this. So let me position this a bit. So I am using that bib. That bib has already shown this bib. So I'll just try and put this one somewhere around this side so it fits in. Wait, let me reduce the size of all of this. Let me reduce it with this one. Let me reduce the size of all of this so it does not look too bulky, right? So we reduce the size. I'm gonna put this way. Yeah, this way like this. So let me reduce its size a bit as well. So it shows what I need it to show. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring this on. Then I'm gonna bring it down here, reduce the size so as well. So let's just give it that smart look. So I'm gonna move everything down there. I'm gonna move it up. So yeah, just going to move everything that was down there and moved it up here. So it's using this my other now. I'm moving it up as well. So let's put it around somewhere here. So maybe like complement this or something. Sorry. Uh, yeah, that works. That works fine. That works fine. Okay. So we still have two more details to add. If you look at it, we have our name and then this. So let's start from the other one. Let's start from the other one. Let's use a black color for this. So we are going to correct the color. I'm just copying it. I can always correct the color later on. I can always correct that. So providing comprehensive personal protective equipment. So providing comprehensive personal protective equipment PPE solutions. Yeah, I have this, I have this. Let's let's remove that comprehensive. Yeah, let's remove that. It's making it look a bit bulky. Yeah, let's do like this. Then we have Lima safety wears. Safety wears. Right. Firstly, I'm gonna remove the safety wears. We'll use a much more better font, but for now, let's increase this one. Let's make it like this. This is the brand's name, and we have to give it that visibility in it. Then I'm gonna give this one here. So now I'll just try and find a font that works well for that. I could have easily used this. I don't know if it's kind of okay. Let's say I give it a stroke. Let's give it a stroke first. Let's say I give it a stroke of a whiter color. I'm going to use a darker color on it. It's going to be outside. Then I give the drop shadow. Drop shadow. Let's reduce this back to 10. Let's reduce this back to 10, or let's say 15. Yeah, let's say 15. So for Lima, for the name, I'm going to be using a color around this side. So let's go back to the Lima. Just use a lighter color like this. Then for the safety base, we are going to be using also a brown color, but a very darker shade of it. A very darker shade of the brown color, like this. Yeah. So this works. Let's reduce the sizing on this one a bit also. So this works. So I'm just going to put it a bit like there. So it kind of fits in there. So I'm going to leave this one like this. Then this one I'm going to reduce the sizing from here to 2.5. Yeah, from here to 2.5. So yeah, so I can change this my black. I can change it to a very light, light yellow or something. Very light yellow or something. Yeah, let's do like this. Then for this one, for this shape, we are going to be using the black color, and then all of this will be white. So both this one and this one will be white. So let's say that it's white. Select my white color here. Sorry, let's make this white. Let's make this white. Then those other one will be black. So this and this will be this dark black. Sorry, let's make the number to be black, and then the call to be that. So let's change this also as well to be black. So let's make it this brown color. Right. So I have that on ground now. Okay, let's edit this one. Let me change back to layer. I'm coming. Yes. So let me give this at first. Let me give this a stroke, but the stroke should be this kind of stroke. Then it should be a very lighter color. It should be a very lighter color, so it shows on on that stuff. Yeah. So let me change it to 2. Then I give this one my normal color. So it should be darker. It should be darker here. Then I'm going to change this one to white. I'm going to change this to white. And also this many more. Let's give it an italic look. Italic. This let's increase. So it's giving it more or less like an highlight here. So that's for that. Then this one I'm going to use this lighter color here. I'm going to also play around. So it's very very good to know how to play around your colors. If you can play with your colors very well, you can get a very very amazing result. So you just play around your colors to kind of get the right uh yeah. So that works fine. Let me increase it to the highest here. Let's say 50. Yeah, that's it. So we have that one. Okay, for this one I will be giving it, let's give it a gradient value of orange. Hey, my bad. Sorry. Then for order now, let's make our order now to be white. Yes. Order now. No. Our order two should be, let's not make it that color. So just play around the colors, give it that appealing look. Don't know if you get what I mean. So give it that sweet, appealing look, right? So I have this down here. I can move this. Let me see. I'm sorry, my bad. So let me leave it like this. Yes. So it's already looking fine. It's already looking fine. So now to give this, these spaces, to give it some kind of look. Firstly, I'm going to import some background. I'm going to import some background. Let me see. So I have this background here. So I'm going to import this, right? Then after importing, I'll change the hue and saturation to something around that yellow, or yeah, something around that color. So let me do something like this. I'm going to add it. So let's say this is the yeah. So let's give it that one look. Secondly, yeah, let's do something like this. I love this. It's apart from the fact that it's color green, I love this kind of effect here. So why don't I try and replicate it? So I'll change here, come here as well. So yeah, let's give it this. So I'm going to clear out that part to mask my brown. So I'm just going to clear. Sorry, X. So black is for hide, while um Black is for hide, white is for showing whatever is there. So black. Then I'm going to clear out this part. Yeah, so I have that. So one last thing to add to my design is this. One last thing to add to my design is this, and I'm going to be doing it like this. You see what I'm trying to do now. I'm coming. So yeah, let's it for that. Let me bring that in again. Yeah, let me do something like this. Sorry, my bad. So I have this. Firstly, like I'll change it to our bronze color. I change to our bronze color, which is we are using something like an yellow orange-ish color. Change the previous here. Then secondly, I'll come here. Let me give it a blow and a noise, a Gaussian blow and a motion blow. Firstly is my Gaussian blow. I say my firstly is my motion blow, which is going to be 5 or 80. Then our Gaussian blow will be about 5 or so. So I'm going to move that down there. I'm going to reduce the color of the opacity. So let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know why my system is doing this bit of a problem. So I have this one. Let's put this to be 70 or 90. Let's do this to be 100. So this should be 100. And I duplicate it. And I'm going to duplicate it. Then I'll do like this for this area. For this area, right? Do it down. So let's take this from here. It's not to make our design busy, but some kind of sweet look. That's what I'm trying to do here. I don't know if you get me. So to give it that kind of sweet look that this design is quite appealing and all. So I don't want to leave white spaces. So yeah, so let me do this more. Basically, this is our final design. And we are just going to go ahead and then export it. We're going to go ahead and export it and yeah, so thank you for staying with me in this tutorial, guys. Okay, so we can all see it. We can all see it. So I'm going to export it PNG. It's going to be maybe one times 1.5 or so. 1.5. I'm going to export it here. Let me export it to tutorial. So, when I go ahead to our tutorial, I can actually export that. So I don't know if that's exported. Let me do that again. So, see, so, it's here. So this is our before and this is our after. Thank you for staying with me in this tutorial, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and I would love to see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.